Hey everyone, Wednesday, December 14th, 2016, and it's time to go to work on music. It's been an interesting day. I'm not going to get too much into that. Just gonna put it all into the music session, and I think that's at the end of the day. I think a lot of what we're doing with music is trying to express ourselves, and if there's something good going on in our lives, I think that should go into our music, and if there's challenging stuff going on in our lives, I think that should go into our music. And the beautiful thing about music and art in general is you can take any type of experience in life and transform it into something beautiful. And that's like as close to magic or alchemy that I think we're really going to get, at least for a little while. Who knows what technology is capable of, but yeah, today's going to be we're just going to do some work on some online classes. Probably going to keep that pretty light, although not rush through it. Going to do a light guitar practice, and then basically the big goal today is just run through the set as much as possible, work out any kinks, and just smooth things out, because this is going to be the last big work day that I'm going to have on the set. With the exception of tomorrow and possibly Friday, these are sort of the last few days that I have to like go completely all in on that, and then I'm gonna sort of put it on the side burner and just slowly keep polishing it over the next couple months while I start to prioritize other things. And it's been great to prioritize it for a while. It's been really productive, and I've grown a lot, and I'm getting a lot better, and it's been great for my confidence and all that stuff. But I think it's time to start to funnel energy just a little bit differently. So I'll keep you guys up to date on that as it goes. Let's get into the session. Okay, some interesting ideas there. In the Learning How to Learn video, final video from that class, one of the presenters was talking about exploring conflicting viewpoints and how that can be a really good way to form your own opinion, just looking at the different viewpoints involved, their use of evidence, and also the difficulty of the questions that they're tackling, which I think is really interesting. And followed that up in a very sort of serendipitous way with a Beinhard article that was pretty emotional about how artists don't band together and how they're just getting screwed by these tech giants. And the more I read stuff like that, the more I think that there really is a genuine lack of understanding between the two parties, and that there is a place for someone or certain entities to break new ground in that conversation. And I really do think it's going to start with discussion and dialogue. And I think in those intractable situations, like a lot of times, the opportunity for communication is just gone because both sides have just sort of put up their walls and aren't really open to trying to understand the other person's point of view or side's point of view. And usually that comes about because of a lack of understanding in the beginning. So I think really the way to move forward is to really get inside, these technology companies' heads and really see things from their perspective and really be able to articulate that perspective to them. And I think in that moment when there's real understanding, there'll be an opportunity for discussion. And if there isn't an opportunity for discussion, then, it's okay to have conflicts. Sometimes conflict is how things get resolved. But I think if artists are really gonna triumph in the situation, they may have to get better at understanding the tools of innovation and technology than even technologists understand them. And I think that there are people out there doing that right now, and I think that's really beautiful. And it's kind of an intense time to be alive because there's so much innovation and so much change so quickly. But at the end of the day, part of an artist's job is to depict that and participate in that to whatever degree he or she feels compelled to. And we all need to educate ourselves no matter which side of the situation you're on. If you're an artist, if you're a business person, if you're just a regular Joe, as a citizen, part of your job is to educate yourself as much as possible as to exactly what's going on, understand facts, and then participate in a way that supports that opinion or exerts your influence to whatever degree you can. And I think we all need to be open to new ways of thinking about stuff, whether we've made up our minds or not. And I don't know, just reading that post, I sort of just felt like, I don't know that complaining about this is the answer, but it did spark a lot of discussion, which I think is really productive. But it definitely wasn't a solution-oriented article. It just seemed like kind of a rant, honestly, which is fine. The internet's full of that and has its place for that. But I just don't know if getting emotionally riled up is really the way to deal with the situation. The more I think about it, I think it's fine to have emotional reactions, but at the end of the day, like, if you're going to participate in a system and then complain about how that system works, but not do anything to change it or not do anything to start a new system that works better for you, then you're really just, shaking your fist at the ivory tower. I just don't know how far that's going to get you. So, at the end of the day, I think, be the change you want to see in the world. Be that. Be that person who does that. And don't think about it too much. Just do it. So anyway, that's my take right now. I'm going to get into a quick guitar practice and then take a little break. Okay, good, very simple guitar practice, took a break, and now I'm going to warm up on the drums and get into the set. Camera just died there. So, yeah, overall positive session. I think it was the good move to just not try to set everything up and go 100% in. I'm going to do that tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be kind of the last big full day to work on the show, which I'm happy about. And then I'll just kind of take it piece by piece from there. But yeah, feeling good. It's in a really good place. I mean, I think if the show were this weekend, I could pull it together and it would be definitely good. But I'm also glad that I've got some time to dig a little deeper on a few things and polish the stuff up a little bit and really take it to that level of like just awesomeness. I really want to present it in a way that lets people really connect with exactly what my intent has been for all these songs, and that can take a lot of time to take it from just presentable to impactful, but that's really the goal right now, is to get the presentation so polished that it's just effortless and perfect. And that doesn't mean there aren't any miscues or mistakes or anything like that, but just to the point that it's not stressful to do it. So sometimes going from that good to great level can take a lot of extra effort and time. I'm pretty hopeful that in this situation it's going to come together. But yeah, so far so good. So I hope you guys are out there grinding towards your goals, whatever those may be. I wish you the best, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Alright, really good session. That was a bit of a battle, I'm not going to lie. A lot of stuff going on these days in life, but you know what you do is you show up to the studio and do your work anyway. And that's what it means to be a professional, guys. That's what it means to have a job. It doesn't really matter if you're feeling good or bad, as long as you're well enough to do the work. You show up and do the work, and people appreciate it, man. That's how you get the good stuff. I think inspiration is great. Being moved is great, but there is a magic to just banging stuff out. Just showing up every day. Some days are going to be better than others, but today was a triumph. Got through the whole set. Got through the whole set for the first time, playing it through, and everything sounded pretty good for the most part. Making some good adjustments. I mean, it's definitely going to benefit from more repetition, but for now, pretty much the basics are there, and that's a big accomplishment. I don't think I've ever done anything like this before, where I did a bunch of original material back to back and vibed out a whole show. So it's improving. I'm getting some good transition ideas, and I'm just excited. It's really fun to be getting better and to be feeling like, okay, this is actually, this is cool. So, yeah, hope you guys are out there grinding toward your goals. I wish you guys the best with whatever's going on for you right now. And you might be up, you might be down, but at the end of the day, you can always do something that's going to take you from where you are closer to where you want to be. And if you're not doing that, there's probably no one to blame but you for your lack of success. I mean, that's just the cold, hard truth, guys. And I'm telling myself just as much as I'm telling you. So, anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow.